Hey, hey, hey. Today I want to talk about the journey of personal growth and how it's never what we expect. So, what I'm talking about is all of us have visions or goals of something we want to achieve or who we want to become or what we want to do. And most of the time, from the starting point, it seems like I'll just do this, this, and this, and then it'll be accomplished, or I will become this, or whatever desire or goal or improvement will happen like it's smooth sailing. So I demonstrated this with a simple little graph. What we think. That's how we think the journey of most personal growth is and most goal achievement. But as everyone probably knows, it's never the case. It's never smooth sailing like that. I've seen memes online of like your goal, or like what you think happens, and it's just like one road going up. What actually happens, and the road has like obstacle courses and like a shark with laser beams coming out of it, and a dragon blocking your way, and potholes and ditches and a bridge to cross that's broken before you finally get to your goal. And that's closer to what actually happens. So on the bottom, I put what actually happens. So what you'll do, if you took a look at that, what you do is you spiral up. You spiral towards your goal. So you might go up a little bit and then regress and even come around, even go back maybe behind where you were before you go forward again. And then it's a looping spiral process where it's not a continuous upward movement, because sometimes we fall back into unwanted habits and patterns, or sometimes something is a setback for us or a learning experience. But if we persevere, we keep going towards our goal. But it's just not that straight line. It's not that easy peasy journey that we want to think it is. It's got more obstacles. But that's what makes the journey worthwhile. Think about like Lord of the Rings or any of the epic stories or novels that people love to read. Like Lord of the Rings wouldn't be a good story if Frodo just took a leisurely walk to put the ring back where it came from. What makes it a great story is everything that happens and all the obstacles that pop up in the way before that can actually happen. And that's what makes life worthwhile. When you're able to persevere through challenges and learn from these challenging experiences and push yourself, that's where the magic is. That's what creates a fulfilling life. So don't wish for an easy life, wish for the strength to persevere through a challenging life and view the challenges as like a video game. It's a learning opportunity. And regarding that little spiraling graph that I drew, and I didn't even mean to wear this shirt right now. I just happened to be wearing this today, so that's funny. But regarding that upward journey is more like a microcosm of the big picture of one's life, because I don't think that time operates like a timeline. If I were to map out time, it would be more like a spiral. And a lot of ancient cultures mapped out time more of like a spiral, like the ancient Hindus did, the Mayans did, even the Buddhists do. They view time as a spiral. So that's what I did here with this one. So this is the more big picture. The other one that just spirals upward is one snippet going towards one goal or something like that. So this is the more big picture, what that looks like. You see, you start and you spiral out. And even throughout that spiral, you have little loops in there where you might even double back. Okay, so you don't just spiral like this on your journey of personal development. You loop. So it loops as it spirals. So you might double back, like I displayed in the other diagram. You might double back along your journey. And if you see that I actually marked a couple parts in red, I need a whiteboard, by the way. I keep drawing things and I want to present them. Maybe I'll get one. But I just decided to draw this on paper right before this right now. But if you see the red, those red points that I marked, and let's zoom up, like that point. So at that point where that touches, you're basically touching something that you did previously along the previous layer of the spiral. So that might be something like going back to an old habit. So maybe you've been trying to work through like criticism, let's say self-criticism. So you've gone a long way with self-criticism. You're making progress. But at one point you might double back and regress to a place where you find yourself criticizing yourself. That's kind of regression. But since you've been growing and you're a new person and you have more skills to be able to deal with it and be aware of what you're doing, you're able to get out of that more easily and continue along your journey. But we're always going to fall back into some patterns occasionally. A lot of these things are hard to break, and we're never perfect. It's not that you know something and then you're free of it. It's not that you know how to eat healthy and then you never cheat again on your diet. Sometimes we all fall back into patterns regarding everything. We're not going to be perfect. So you have to accept yourself. You have to accept when you have those moments, those lapses, when you're not that super enlightened, whatever type of person. We all have those regressions. We all have those moments. You have to accept them because they're a part of the journey. Accept it and keep moving forward. Keep spiraling. So that's what it's all about. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect, because the journey has a lot of bumps along the way, and we're imperfect beings. And imperfection that's what allows for continuous growth, and that's what allows for uniqueness. If everything were perfect and if everyone were perfect, there would be no room for uniqueness. So there's beauty in that kind of stuff. So it's really all about learning, growing, improving, enjoying the journey, but accepting where you're at as that's happening. That's the balance that we all have to find within. All right? Peace, peace, much love, and one love, baby.